Again. Do we want to work now? Seems like this is working now. Hopefully. Okay, live there, live there. Cool. We're working now. Awesome. Only took 2 fucking attempts. Oh my god, dude. Technology gets on my fucking nerves, man. Technology gets on my fucking nerves so badly. I wish technology is so easy to use. It's so easy to use, and yet it is the biggest pain in the ass to work with. So just irritating. So just That actually is it's an interesting segue. Technology in general is an interesting segue to a topic that I actually wanted to talk about, because I just got into a comment thread about some sports stuff where dude was trying to tell me that I'm wrong when I did the research on the topic, because I didn't know everything at the time, but I did know his stats originally were wrong, which is why I did the research to prove that he was wrong. So I'm looking at the stats online, then I go back to Instagram and I give him the stats proving that he's wrong, and he's just calling me he's calling me a bunch of names, he's calling me this and that, proving to me that A, this dude is part of the problem when it comes to sports. Not only is he part of the problem that comes to sports, it also proves to me that some sports viewers are so close-minded, I guess, when they get an idea in their head, that they literally can't. You give them the facts, you literally show them the facts, and they just completely ignore it because for whatever freaking reason. It's like, I literally gave you the stats. Literally gave you the stats. And you're gonna tell me I'm wrong. And you're gonna call me stupid, saying that I need to Google the stats. I literally just Googled the stats, proving that you're wrong, and you're gonna call me stupid for giving you the stats. It doesn't make literally any fucking sense. I don't want to say, you know, some people are just stupid, because that's not true. People aren't stupid. People are just, I guess, set in their ways, or whatever you want to call it. It's like Google is free. Google is free. Use it. It's actually dumbfounding. Like, it actually boggles my mind that people are like that. Actually mind-boggling that people have the facts in front of them and are still going to claim you're wrong. I literally just gave you proof, and you're going to tell me I'm wrong. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. No sense at all. But you can't fix stupidity. I will say that. I don't want to call people stupid, but you can't fix stupidity. So it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. It's an Instagram conversation. If you want to get if you want to get real, I'm one of the people that say social media in general doesn't, things on social media don't exist. They do, but they don't. The conversations you have on social media, you could say they're real conversations, and for the most part they are, but it's a conversation on social media is different than a conversation in real life. That's just how it is. Or at least to me. And actually interactions like that are part of the reason that I don't really like using social media that much. But social media is just so easy to use and get lost in that it's hard for me to delete it, I guess. Once you're addicted to something, it's hard to stop being addicted to it. And it sucks. It sucks a lot. And social media, you can get addicted to social media so easily. And it's almost like it actually rewires your brain to be like, if this isn't happening, it's not, if this isn't happening, it's not, there's something wrong. And that's part of the problem, is more people are using social media to get their quote unquote facts, when most of the things on social media aren't fact. Nobody's actually doing the research to prove whether they're right or wrong. If you're going to call somebody stupid, do the research to back up the claim that you're making that they are stupid. I mean, why wouldn't you? It doesn't make any sense. But people. And you almost got to look at it. You almost got to look at it in a sense of like, this guy's probably just trying to rage bait, but it wasn't working. How many encounters are you doing? Or are you at? This is a hunt that I've wanted to do for a while. So now that, you know, Fire Red and Leaf Green are out on the Switch, not counting, just go until I get it. Been at it for 2 hours now. Nice. My last stream, I had somebody who was in here talking to me. He was 12 hours into shiny hunting Squirtle. I'm only 2 hours and some change into this. Although I am tracking my encounters, so when I get it, I can actually see how many encounters I did. Seen 40 plus. Oh, 40 plus hours? Yeah, fuck that. Honestly though, with my shiny luck the way that it is, I've gotten pretty much all of the shiny hunts that I've done have been wildly under odds. So I'm expecting a longer hunt Um, I'm honestly, especially with these older games, I want to make it a point to track the encounters because of the fact that the odds are back to the original 1 in 8,192. I want to see how many encounters it's going to take me to do each of the planned hunts that I have for this game. Which would be, obviously, the starters. I plan on doing Snorlax. I plan on doing the 3 legendary birds, Mewtwo, Ho-Oh and Lugia, and Deoxys. I might do the Lapras as well that you get from, what is that, Celadon? No, that's, Saffron City. And I might do the Magikarp that you can buy outside of Mount Moon as well. Although the Magikarp is definitely going to be a maybe on that one. That sounds awful, actually. But these are... Yeah, I only came into 6, not hunting the years I've played. I've definitely ran into my fair share of shinies that I wasn't hunting for. But I also ran into my fair share of shinies that I was hunting for. Like most recently, I've been doing a shiny badge quest almost in Alpha Sapphire, and I got Mudkip in under 900 encounters, and I got 3 shiny Ralts, 2 of which teleported away from me in under 1,000 encounters total. Yeah, past Gen 6. Gen 6 and later is when the odds switched from 1 in 8,192 to 1 in 4,096, literally cutting it in half. So past Gen 6, or Gen 6 and beyond, is like you'll have the easiest time finding shinies. And I definitely do my fair share of hunts in those games. But I also like to go back every now and then and do the original encounter odds, just because I don't want to find the shinies in as little encounters as possible. I mean, yeah, that's nice, but it's also the experience of hunting in these older games. Damn. I had my first shiny was a shiny Pidgey back in Heart Gold, and I found another shiny Pidgey in a solo run of Leaf Green that I was doing with Charmander. Both of which were at times that I did not have Pokeballs to catch them. So, for a while, Shiny Pidgey just straight up eluded me. I did eventually reclaim that damn Shiny Pidgey, though. It might have been in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, but it still counts. I'm trying to think of some of the other hunts that I've done throughout my years of playing Pokemon. All right, man. Take it easy and cook well, I suppose. Let's see some of the other hunts that I've done. Let's see. Obviously, I've done Ralt and Mudkip in Alpha Sapphire. I'm doing Shroomish in Alpha Sapphire right now. I did a brief stint of shiny hunting. Was it Regigigas in? I think I did a brief stint of shiny hunting Regigigas in was that Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon? I've done some Dynamax hunts, Dynamax adventure hunts, none of which have come to fruition because Dynamax adventures, yeah, they have really good odds, but they're so fucking slow. I hunted shiny Bulbasaur and Leaf Green. Technically, I got it, but I reset over it because I wasn't paying attention. My first captured shiny was a shiny Gulpin back in what game was that? That was X and Y. And speaking of X and Y, I've been hunting for the past like 7 months. I've been on and off hunting a shiny Honedge, in which I have found 2 shiny Sentret. Random encounters. That is a pain in the ass. Especially, there are so many good encounters in the grass that you hunt shiny Honedge in X and Y. There are so many good shinies, and I got two shiny Sentrets. Ain't that about a bitch? It's irritating, actually. I finally finished Resident Evil Requiem yesterday. And man, that game was so good. Well worth my money. And I bought the deluxe edition too. I love the Resident Evil series, and there's quite a few games that I still need to play. Like, I need to replay the original game, I need to play 3, I need to play 6, I need to finish 4. But I'm pretty much gonna replay all of them. But Requiem was so good, man. So good. I love Requiem. Oh yeah, well, I've done more shiny hunting than I've actually thought I have. I shiny hunted Tyrunt in Sword and Shield. I did the Masuda method, so I hatched like 500 eggs and I got 2 shiny Tyrunts. I shiny hunted Latios in what game was that? Well, it was Legends ZA. I shiny hunted Latios in Legends ZA, which I got very under odds as well. Did probably 2, maybe 300 resets for Latios in ZA, which I think is under odds. I actually don't know the shiny odds in ZA. I had the shiny charm by that point, Um, I shiny hunted. Well, actually, while I was hunting starters to finish my blueberry decks in Scarlet and Violet, I got a Masuda Method. What was I saying? I was saying, I got a shiny Chikorita that was Masuda Method while getting starters for my blueberry decks completion. What other shiny hunts have I done? It wasn't really a shiny hunt, but when I recently played Leaf Green, I got a shiny Mankey. Those random encounters. Just a random encounter, I didn't actually shiny hunt it. I'm currently shiny hunting Arceus on YouTube Shorts. I'm at like 276 encounters, I think. Which, actually, after tonight, tomorrow's episode of that series will be 300 encounters. After a while, those encounters really go up. I could do the math on how many days it'll take me to reach my first 1,000 encounters for that, but I don't feel like doing that math, so I'm not going to. I'm expecting to get this shiny Charmander somewhere within the realm of probably closer to 10,000 encounters, honestly. I'm definitely coming up on a hunt that's going to take me over odds for sure. I just don't know what hunt it's going to be, obviously. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a longer hunt. I know one of the hunts that I really want to do right now is I want to do the shiny Wishmaker Jirachi. I just bought a new copy, well, definitely not new, but I just bought a authentic copy of Pokemon Sapphire, specifically so I can do that hunt. Because somehow, some way, my Pokemon Ruby up and disappeared somehow. Which pisses me off to no end, because it was also among Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Soul Silver, Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Gold, and Pokemon Blue that all just disappeared. They're no longer here. So I suspect somebody stole them. But I've got no proof of that. So I can't just go around accusing people. Unfortunately. It pisses me off, man. There's like $1,000 worth of shit that got stolen that day. And it was all Pokemon stuff. It was a 3DS, and it was original 3DS, which I did end up replacing with a 3DS XL. It was all of the Pokemon games that I previously had mentioned, as well as another copy of Ruby, a copy of Sapphire, and a copy of Fire Red that got stolen as well. Not only did all of that get taken, but just recently I lost my original copy of the Game Boy Player disc, which pisses me off to no end, because I had to buy a new one, which cost me like $150 fucking dollars. But I rebought Sapphire. My brother bought me a copy of Silver. I still need to buy another copy of Platinum. I need to buy another copy of Soul Silver, which I'm not looking forward to because Soul Silver and Platinum are like $250 a piece. Oh man, maybe I'll just look on Facebook Marketplace. You know what I need to do? I need to make an actual stream layout. Like, I have a decent one for streaming on YouTube Shorts, but my Twitch is literally just the game and the tracker. I need to make an actual layout. And which I have the means to do that, so maybe I'll do that after I'm done streaming here. I don't know. Sounds like a good idea to me. Would be nice to have an actual layout, although I gotta work on a bunch of different stuff here soon. I need to work on drawing because I plan on making some art for myself. I also plan on working with a couple of artist friends who are going to help me make said art for my channels. Yeah. I've got some exciting shit, at least exciting for me. I have just under 100 subscribers on YouTube and 7 followers on Twitch. I don't exactly have a community, so it's not really going to be exciting for community purposes. But it's going to be exciting for me because it will give me, in my opinion, I should say, in my opinion, it will give me more personality, which is something that I struggle with. I don't exactly have the biggest personality. Unfortunately, I can't just put on a fake personality though. Like, I understand I've got a pretty boring personality and it kind of sucks because it doesn't make for very good content. But what you see, or I guess what you hear, is what you get with me. And personality, I'm always probably going to lack personality. Unless I can somehow bring personality, or somehow find a way to bring personality into my content, or at least more than it quote unquote has already. It's probably going to just lack personality for a while, which is one of the reasons why I want to become why I want to do PNG tubing and eventually VTubing possibly, because having a character to put my personality into would give the content itself more personality. And the reason I say that is because the way that things are designed, can bring more personality into content. That's just my opinion, though. That is just my opinion, though. And actually, I do plan on, like, I've got a few ideas that I'm going to be bringing into said content, or said drawings, or said characters, I suppose. Um, like, bits and pieces of my actual life will be shown through the character. Like, I want to find a way to somehow incorporate Pokemon and The Legend of Zelda into my character. Maybe I will do a sketch of I don't know quite yet. This is why I'm talking with some of my artist friends, because they're better at this stuff than I am. I'm not good at this at all. I'm not good at designing things. $264. Time really fucking flies, man. It feels like I just started streaming 10 minutes ago. I've been streaming for 32 minutes already. After this, I wanted to go to the gym after this stream, but can't do that at the moment. And I'll probably have to wait until the weekend. Though actually, I'm gonna look it up, because if the gym that I want to go to has a day pass, then I'm going to the gym after this. What? Uh... Yeah, $20. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I might see if my... I might see if this, I might see if I can go to the I might see if I can, I might see if I go to the gym tomorrow, or tonight. It just depends. $20 for a one-day pass is a bit kind of expensive. If it was like $5, I'd be going to the gym. but I've actually been meaning to go to the gym. I'm getting about 2 encounters per minute. So realistically, I should end today with about 440 encounters. I'm at 271 encounters now. I'm very tired today, which is another reason why I want to go to the gym. I never thought the day, I never thought I'd see the day where my stream is doing a little bit better on Twitch than it is on YouTube. That's kind of crazy. Although, actually, I'm curious. Let me look at this real quick. How many people? 9.9 thousand people are using the watching the Fire Red tag. Crazy. I'm lucky enough to have, one person come in and chat with me. My last stream actually did pretty good with that. I had 2 people. I had one person on Twitch and one person on YouTube come in and chat with me during different sections of my stream, which has been the same thing over and over, just shiny hunting, but... Jesus. My allergies are kicking my ass, bro. Allergies be whooping my ass. Allergies be whooping everybody's ass, realistically, though. I fucking hate allergies. I deal with allergies my entire life. Literally my entire life. Sucks. I think it should be time to renew my Pokemon or my Nintendo Switch Online membership soon, I think. Because I have the family plan. I have the expansion pass family plan with like 4 or 5 different people I'm splitting the cost with. So, I think it renews in April. And it's like $80. Damn it. I'm actually curious. Does anybody know? I think. Does the nugget bridge glitch still work for the, like, infinite nuggets? It's not really a glitch, more like an error in the coding, I suppose. Because if I'm not wrong, and I most likely am, so this is just saying this is literally just my Saying this is literally just my vision of how the code works. The code, there's a specific thing that a specific action activates a specific line of code. So getting defeated or defeating that person, that rocket grunt on Nugget Bridge triggers a line of code to give you a nugget. If you lose that battle, you still get the nugget. So did they change the code to where it only triggers once? Or did they leave the code the same where it triggers an infinite number of times? Either way, I actually didn't even know that that was a thing until recently. Oh, what the hell is that? That was the weirdest muscle spasm I've ever had. That hurt like hell. I need to get a third monitor. That's just me being greedy, but still. It would be nice to have a third monitor. Problem is, I would have no idea where I would put a third monitor. Yeah, that's the real problem. I wouldn't know. I have no room on my desk to put a third monitor. I would have to figure out and move a bunch of shit. Already got 2 monitors. I've got a bunch of Pokemon stuffed animals and amiibos. I got my Switch 2, a bunch of controllers, my PS5. I have no room on my desk to put a third monitor. But I want one. I'm very tired today. Honestly, drinking this Dr. Pepper is not fucking helping me. Caffeine just makes me more tired. It's like 10% of the reason why I don't drink energy drinks. The other 90% is caffeine makes me extremely anxious. I've had horrible anxiety issues my entire life. And a lot of it stems from the fact that I drank pop and caffeine and other shit like that like crazy when I was a child. The other part of it is ADHD. My ADHD also makes me anxious. Actually, just a lot of random things just make me extremely anxious. I've had anxiety problems my entire life, and it sucks. Anxiety sucks. Anxiety is one hell of a drug. Oh, hey. Day 22 is at almost 2,000 views. That still doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Average percentage viewed, 174.3. How the hell does that work? Then I go to analytics, right? If I go to analytics and click on day 22 of Shiny Hunting Arceus and Shining Pearl, 3 subscribers, 1.8 thousand views. Go to engagement, 737 engaged views, which means 737 people actually stayed to watch more than a set amount of time for the short, which is like 15 seconds long. 47% swiped away. Or no, 47% stayed to watch the short. This doesn't make sense to me either. Average view duration is 31 seconds on a 15-second short. How does that make any sense? These analytics on this specific short do not make sense to me at all. How does 31 seconds is the average view duration for a short that's 15 seconds long, and out of 1,800 views, 737 of those views are engaged views, which means they stayed to watch past a certain point of time. If that's the case, and only that, and less than half of the actual views on the video actually stayed to watch the video, how does it have an average percentage viewed of 174.3? First of all, how is that even possible? Second of all, it just doesn't make any sense. Maybe there's something with YouTube's analytics that I'm just not understanding. That's most likely that is the case, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. There's still a lot that I am learning literally every single day about content creation, about analytics, about the algorithm and all that type of stuff. So I'm still learning quite a bit every single day that I post on YouTube about YouTube, but it still doesn't make any sense to me. So it's probably a situation of I just don't know anything, or that video is just glitched. I mean, it would not be the first time that I've had a YouTube video glitch out like that. The YouTube Studio app on your phone is notoriously bad. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Oh. Wow, dude. In the past 23 days, and I know it's the past 23 days, in the past 23 days, I've gained 40 subscribers on YouTube. All from, well, not all, but essentially all from one series, and that is my Shiny Hunting Arceus series. Which people keep telling me that it's shiny locked. And I have to keep constantly telling people, no, it's not. Shiny Arceus, or Arceus in Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond is not shiny locked. You can hunt and it will eventually be shiny. And I know that for a fact. I've seen people do it. I've read it online. I've seen people get the shiny. It's not shiny locked, and I know it. But hey, when people tell me that it's shiny locked, it's engagement. So while the YouTube algorithm is not pushing my shorts out that much, every bit of engagement on the video does help it to get pushed out a little bit more. It would be helpful if the engagement was actually earlier rather than later after the short was posted. And I post shorts at 10 a.m. every single day. For the past 23 days, I have posted a YouTube short every single day. Multiple on some days. But every day at 10 a.m. Crazy. I am going to be changing my Twitch name soon from Gaming Haze to Prosperity, which is what I rebranded to for YouTube. Not really rebranded because I don't have a brand, but renamed myself. I renamed myself because I want to try out different names to see what actually sticks or what fits me. And Prosperity is what I landed on. So I'm going to be switching my name soon on Twitch. I already obviously switched my name on YouTube. So Twitch will be, Twitch will follow suit quite soon. But as of the moment, it has not followed suit. Because actually, the only reason it hasn't is because for some fucking reason, I can't actually change my name right now on Twitch. Here's an interesting question. What is your favorite shiny? My favorite shiny is the shiny Charizard from Generation 2. Specifically from Generation 2, because they changed it in Generation 3. Charizard was not always black. Charizard was originally purple and green. Think Dragonite's shiny, with the green with the purple interior wings. Charizard was purple with green interior on its wings. And I think Shiny Charizard back in Generation 2 looks so good. So good. And I really like Charizard's black shiny as well, but I think Charizard's original Generation 2 shiny looked better. And it would not be the first time that they have changed shinies in general. Like with Legends ZA, they made a few shinies that did look bad. They made them more vibrant. And I'm actually quite pissed because Shiny Mega Garchomp looks fantastic. Shiny Mega Garchomp looks awesome. But in Legends ZA, they added Mega Garchomp Z. And Mega Garchomp Z looks terrible. Its shiny is awful. Its shiny is essentially just the same thing as Garchomp's shiny. And I think it is extremely bland. I think it's extremely boring. And I think that they dropped the ball heavily with it. I'm talking heavily with it. It looks terrible. It pisses me off, but it looks terrible. Oh. $317. Who be texting me? Well, actually, you know what? If I wait and I convince my brother to go to the gym with me, I can just go as one of his visitors or something. I don't know, it depends on whatever time he gets off work. If he gets off work at like 12, 1 in the morning, then I'd go to the gym with him. I don't know why I keep grabbing that controller. I don't need that controller in my hand. Oh. Yeah, I've done relatively... Yeah, I've done relatively one or two encounters per minute. Which I think is actually a good pace for this hunt. I think. I don't know, actually. I mean, it seems like a good pace for this hunt. This hunt actually feels faster on modern hardware than a physical cartridge of Fire Red and Leaf Green anyways, but that's probably because, you know, the processing power is faster. So the game resets quicker. But I actually don't know if that actually... I don't know if that actually has any... Does this game load faster on the Switch than it does on the original hardware? That's actually a good question. I could grab my Game Boy Advanced and I could, like, boot it up. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. Probably what I'm gonna end up doing after this is just sitting in Discord and play some Resident Evil or something. There's a bunch of challenges that I need to get done for Resident Evil. Oh. Now I really want to play Resident Evil, man. Dude, Requiem has been so good. Requiem is so good. Damn it. Trying to open this fucking candy bar. I'm just afraid that I'm gonna reset over this like I did Bulbasaur. I wonder if we have toothpicks. We have toothpicks. I might make taquitos later. Roll up a tortilla, put some of the beef and broccoli in it. Maybe make it into a burrito, actually. That sounds fire. Make a little bit of rice. Oh. Okay, yeah. I know what I'm having for dinner. That sounds fucking awesome. You know, normally I would actually be at work today. I'm sad that I get called off. I need more money. I need more money. A Sawsbuck? Crazy. Damn. That's bullshit. Pokemon Go, man. That's bull. Damn it. I got it. Cool. Pokemon Go spawned a Sawsbuck outside of my house. Artist. Jesus. I'm in a lot of pain, dude. My finger hurts. No idea why. Damn. This is a part of the stream where conversation just gets stale. This is one of the problems that I actually have with streaming is I'm not a good conversationalist on my own. I can sit here and I can have a deep conversation for hours on end. But if I'm talking to myself, I am the most dry conversationalist I will ever meet in my life. It's hard for me to keep up a conversation with myself that nobody else is having with me. And in a sense, that makes sense. You know, it's hard, but it's not impossible. And sometimes it genuinely feels impossible to sit here and talk to myself. Jesus. An hour and 13 minutes in, almost an hour and 14 minutes into the stream, I'm at 150 more encounters. I'm actually way ahead of schedule. Even with all the even with all the problems that I've had, I'm way ahead of schedule for encounters. Which is actually very nice. Damn it. Of course I accidentally fucking did that. Settings. I gotta figure this out first, real quick, before I continue. I need to... Okay, first of all, let me go ahead and just save that. Let me close that out. Well, god damn it. Son of a... No. There we go. Okay. Now we're a little behind. But it is still alright. It's still a-okay. We're still good. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Well, thank you, Ringo. No, it rolled off over. What the fuck? I just keep losing this fucking ring, man. I keep dropping it because I keep playing with it because of my ADHD. So where did it? Makes no sense how it ends up there. Like physically makes no sense. Physically speaking, makes no sense. It bounces off me to the right and it ends up northeast. That's actually a pretty good question of the day that I just thought of. I used to do during my Pokemon Legends ZA playthrough, I did a segment called Question of the Day. Very common segment. But one of the questions that I'm now thinking of is what, do you guys think that shiny Pokemon look better in 3D or in the sprites that they had back in Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3, Generation 4? I'm a fan of the sprites more than I'm a fan of the 3D models. They just look better in my opinion. But I know some people would disagree with me, saying that the models look better. I personally can't wrap my head around that statement, but it's true. Some people prefer the 3D models over the sprites, but I think the sprites are more vibrant. I think they're much more vibrant. What in the world am I doing? Mm. Hmm. This is the second time that I've had that happen on Twitch. A auto mod or something. I don't know, an auto bot detector, I guess. Flagged a comment before it went out into the actual chat. Oh, okay. I think. Let me get over here, actually. Right, I can't. I think I need to add 2 encounters. Okay, I think I need to add 2 encounters. I clicked out of my stream. I clicked out of my program. I was supposed to stream on Sunday, but I got really busy. I've actually been extremely busy the past couple of days, which is why I haven't had time to stream, so it's actually kind of nice streaming right now. Because normally both days on weekends are days that I stream. But this past week, Sunday, I got really busy on Sunday, so I wasn't able to, and this Saturday, so in a couple of days here, I won't be able to stream because I was asked to work for both days. So yeah, that's why that's why I took the chance to stream today, because I'm off today, and I will be streaming tomorrow as well, but probably, I don't know if I'm going to stream Pokemon tomorrow. I might stream more Fields of Mystery on Twitch. But Sunday, this next Sunday, I will definitely be streaming more Pokemon. Awesome luck, got my shiny Charmander. Nice, man. I wish. Most of my shiny hunts that I've actually like tracked have been wildly under odds, so I'm actually expecting this one to go very close to odds. You never know, though. I had my last stream, I had a chatter who went 12 hours so far into shiny hunting Squirtle. I'm thinking about doing that hunt. I'm not sure if I want to. My planned hunts that I know for a fact that I'm going to do are obviously the starter. I'm going to do Snorlax, the 3 legendary birds, Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Deoxys. But there are a few optional ones that I might do. The Carp and Lapras, possibly. The only thing is it will have your trainer ID. What's the significance of that? Is that like for like XP reasons or? Slower grind to level up. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's fine, honestly. That's not terrible. I know the XP curve, or the XP grinding is egregiously slow in these older generations, but that's honestly fine with me. Because I plan on streaming this game, it just gives me a chance to slow down and hopefully talk to people in chat if I have a chat at that point. Actually can't wait to get to some of the other encounters. Snorlax, I think, is going to be the longest soft reset because you got to sit through the animation of the Pokeflute every time, I think. Honestly, I don't know what's going to be slower, this or Snorlax. I think Snorlax might be the slowest hunt in the game. Soft resetting wise, at least. Although it might be Deoxys. I don't know if you have to do the puzzle every time you encounter Deoxys, or if you can just do the puzzle once, save before going and getting the encounter, and then just re-encounter it like that. I don't know how that hunt works. A question about your name, by the way. Is that a reference to Slifer the Sky Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh? One of the Egyptian gods? Dude never answered my question. That's sad. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, anyway. I've been really busy the past couple of days. So I'm sad and happy in a sense that I got called off of work today. Because I mean it's less money for me to make, or that's less opportunity for me to make money. But at the same time it gives me more opportunity to do this, which I've been wanting to do more of. My work schedule conflicts with my stream schedule. I work 4 to 12. I stream 8 to 10. So it conflicts there, unfortunately. So I can't stream on days that I work. Unfortunately, when I go back to midnight to 8 a.m., it's going to be even harder. I also realize now that I'm barely even paying attention to the actual shiny. I need to start paying more attention to that. $400 encounters. I'm probably going to end up getting to like 425 encounters today. Possibly 450. I don't know, it just depends. I might go over 2 hours just to hit 450 checks. 450 encounters. I might. Oh, I'm tired. I am tired today. Although I'm actually kind of hungry, so I might stop at 425 for today. Because I would like to go make myself some food. I wish I had a timer. Wonder. There might be a different tracker that I can use that has a timer. If I can figure that out, then I might switch trackers. My current tracker's fine, but it doesn't have a timer. That's my only problem with my current tracker. Next viewer that shows up on either YouTube or Twitch, I'm going to be like, hey, I have a question for you. If you want to stay in chat for a minute. We got 13 encounters left for today. After that, I'm gonna go make myself some food because I am freaking hungry. Nine encounters. You know, I kind of wonder, does button mashing a controller damage the controller? It's a decent question, actually, because I have no idea. Or encounters. All right, last encounter for the day. Will 425 be the magic number for Charmander and the last encounter for the day? Will I get my yellow salamander? My yellow lizard? No. To the few people that stopped in and chatted with me for a little while, I appreciate you guys. And to all of the viewers who clicked in, I appreciate you. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for today. So I will be back tomorrow.